Hello, hello, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome, welcome, everyone. I'm so excited about today. Normally we do messages from above, which we're going to do, but I don't always have a guest with me on Saturday. And I'm so excited to have my guest here. I will introduce as well. I don't know what happened. Hang on one second, because you know what? It is always nope, no, oh, yeah. Okay. So um Pasquale is on with me, and Pasquale, you're gonna need to unmute your mic. It's okay. There we go.
Hey.
Hey, there you go. So guys, welcome, welcome. Pasquale, because we're both Mediterranean, and usually, our people are late. So what I like to do is I don't start all the time at 7 o'clock. I go through and I say hello to everybody, and then I'll introduce you. So this is Pasquale, everybody. I'll tell you all about him in a minute.
Hey
And
everyone.
here we go. Let's just say hello. So hello, Susan. Hello,
Hey
Priscilla.
Susan. Hey Priscilla.
And Jan, good to see you. Hi, boys. Thank you
Hey
for
Jan.
making me younger than I am. Um, Tracy, good to see you. Amy Marie, good to see you. Emmy, hello. And Lindsay, hello. Sharon, it is so good to have you with us. Thank you. Thank you. Martin, all the way from Ireland. Thank you so
Whoa.
much.
Hey
Yeah,
Martin.
thank you for being here. And Alan Jane, good to see you. Susan, hello.
Hey
Mary and
Susan.
Nita. And hi, Facebook user. Facebook user, if you like, you can go to StreamYard.com / Facebook.
Hey
And what you
Facebook
could do,
user.
right, you can go ahead and sign up if you want to. You don't have to, or just tell us who you are. Okay. And Karen, good evening. Liz from San Diego. Hello, Liz.
Hey Liz.
And how are you? Good to see you on here. Now, Pasquale, we are on 3 platforms. We're on my YouTube. We're on it's called Psychic Squares 2021. That's a group that we met back in, oh gosh, 1919. I think it was 1919.
Oh wow.
Or is it 2020? I don't remember anymore. No, it was 1919. Yeah, we met in 1919 in November. We took a John Holland Advanced Mediumship program with him and Janet No Havoc, and there were 55 of us, and a bunch of us got together so we could create this group. It's been great. Megan, hello. Shelly, good to see you again, my friend, and thank you guys for being here. So I'm going to introduce. Pasquale is known as the peaceful sage, and he is in New. I'm sorry, he's in Arizona. I was going to say New Mexico. He's in Arizona. He's in the desert, guys. He's in Arizona. Um, and yes, not 1919. That would be the year that my mom was born, but 2019. Thank you. Um, I have slept. Yes, thank you. Hi, Diane. Good to see you, Diane. And really miss you, Diane. Hope you're well. And it's been such a joy getting to know Pasquale. Pasquale and I are doing a class with Dougal Fraser, and there's about 14 of us, and we are working on enhancing our spiritual business. And part of this was to get people on for my class that haven't been on Facebook before, done a Facebook Live. This is your first Facebook Live, isn't it?
This is my first Facebook Live.
I'm so excited to.
Crazy.
I'm so
Ah.
glad that you had me do the honor, and I'm so glad that you did the honor. And
I'm so honored. Thank you.
Pasquale does many things. He's a spiritual coach. He does energy work, and he's a psychic medium. Is that correct?
Yes, correct. All of it's correct.
Okay. Anything else you want to tell everybody?
Sure. So I'm a spiritual coach and I help people just live more meaningful lives. And so I typically do it through astrology. I start with astrology and then connect intuitively and use energy to help guide them.
Which is fantastic. And what I loved is Pasquale in class was talking about he's going to be teaching a class on smudging. Well, you guys know that I've done a smudging workshop, And in the apprenticeship program that I do, we use Palo Santo, and being Greek, I use a lot of frankincense, everyone. And it is so interesting. There's so many different ways. So tonight, this is what we're going to do. Tonight, we're going to talk about clearing and smudging. We're also going to do a couple mini, and you know, guys, how I am, mini reads, and it's just going to be random, and we'll take it from there. So I'm going to ask you some questions so people get to know you a little bit better. We'll get into the smudging piece, and then we'll do some reads. How does that sound for you?
Sounds perfect.
Excellent. Well, first of all, I want to say hello to yet another friend and a psychic medium, Diane Santucci. So good to see you, Diane. And let's focus on you coming in June. Okay. Priscilla has listed your Instagram here
Oh, thank you.
and also your link tree. Is that
Thank you,
correct?
Priscilla. Yeah, it's
Yes.
perfect.
Okay. All right. And Trish, good evening. Good to see you, my
Hey.
friend. Long time no see. Okay, so tell me, how did you get into all this? How did you start?
So I started at a young age. So I was young, 4 or 5, and I was seeing things throughout the night. So every night I'd wake up, go into my parents' room, someone's in there, someone's in there. And so that's where it all really started. But I always like to think of 1990. I was the summer of 1990, I had spent in Italy with some cousins, and we were visiting family, celebrating life. And my cousin and I happened to hop into a mystic shop in San Remo. And so when we were in there, I had bought just a deck of tarot cards, and I was playing with them. Really came alive. It was super exciting. We get to the hotel room, and my cousin's like, "Oh, hey, you have to do a reading. You have to do a reading." And so I started throwing cards down and just really reading him pretty well, um, to the point where he was like, "Done, no more. I don't want to know anymore." And so we kind of stopped, and from there it just continued. Family,
Awesome.
friends, all the time.
That's awesome. Now, you're calling your business, or you're known as the Peaceful Sage. Tell me a little bit about how that came about.
So it's what I wanted to do is I wanted to my ultimate dream is to have a place, a space for people to be able to go to and to get different healing modalities. And so that's where the Peaceful Sage was born from, was from this idea of healing modalities and allowing people to kind of just step into a space where you don't need to worry about insurance. You don't have to worry about a lot of the red tape. Just go in and heal.
Mm,
And so that's where it was born from.
that's awesome. Now, you came from corporate and went full blown into this. Is that correct?
100%. Yes. Corporate
Cool, cool.
America. It was a,
And go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, it was a good time. It was a good time. I spent many years there.
And Pasquale, you guys, is a former Chicagoan. Whoop whoop. So
Woo!
yes. So I want to, now we already have a question. So here's the thing, guys. Pasquale might tell you a way to smudge. I might tell you a way to smudge. My feeling, and please chime in, Pasquale, is the intention has to be pure. You can go ahead and you can do this if you wanted to. Waka, 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 waka. If you wanted to. And if that is your intention and how you clear the energy, you know what? Go for it. Go for it.
It's
Because it is the intention, whether you use this portion of the Elias Patras Facebook page has been brought to you by Empower Spray. Empower Spray. If you want to, you can, spritz a little bit of that there, however you want to do it. Would you say that is correct, Pasquale? It's about the intention going in.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Whenever I teach smudging or any type of space clearing, it's about first thing you need to do is ground yourself and set that intention. So
And
it's important to have that.
and those of you that took my Making Sense of the Psychic Senses classes, did you hear what he just said? Grounding and intention. So there you go. All right. So the other part that I wanted to share was a question. So here we go. Emmy has a question right out the. If an employer won't let you smudge your yoga studio, how else could you clear the room? So I have an idea, but I like guests to go first. So you go ahead.
So I would say there's two options, right? The first one is you can get a smudge spray where you're not necessarily doing the smoke, right? So it's a smudge spray. They have different scents and those work wonderfully. The other thing that I have been known to do, and I typically do it everywhere, is I will tell you, put a glass of water in the center of the room or in a glass bowl and just let that sit there and allow that to clear the energy of the room.
And that's a great way, you guys. And if you want to, yes, Trish, yes. And hi, Janie. And Lori. Lori, so good to see you, Lori. And Robin, so always so good to see you. Where are you, Robin? Here you are. So good to see you. And yes, you could also do it with crystals as well.
Yes.
And another way, what do you mean by smudge? I love this question. And thank you, Martin. We'll get to that in a second. You could also do this, guys. Hi, it's a singing bowl. Okay, just because I'm Greek, I'm going to do the sign of the cross. So I do this, and I do it 3 times. That's just me. If you wanted to woo, you could do it that way, minus the woo part. But if you wanted to, that's up to you. Um, and then, you could,
Yeah.
and then, and blow that up. You can, again, it's what resonates with you. Now, to go back to what Martin was saying, smudge. So many indigenous cultures clear energy, and energy is stuck energy. We don't always, people are like, oh, the negative energy. It's not that, it's stuck energy. Stuck energy that needs movement. Everything needs movement. Energy moves, right? If it doesn't move, it's stagnant. We all know what stagnant water smells like. Not very pleasant. But we always do stuff here for dramatical purposes, Pasquale. So it is something that you can do that allows you to move things through and shift. So you're changing the energy, you're clearing the energy. It's almost like if it was in overdrive, you're putting back in neutral. Or if it was in park, you're putting it in neutral. Would you that's just one way to explain it. How would you explain smudging?
I would explain it exactly that way. I think it's just about clearing the energy that is there, right? Sometimes you just need to be able to refresh, right?
Right.
Create this fresh perspective, create this fresh energy around you. And that's what smudging is just removing that stale, stagnant energy and moving into something a little bit more uplifting, a little more positive.
Right. So Martin, here's the thing, and guys, those of you that come from a Christian background, you could do it with holy water. You can totally
100%.
do it with holy water. What? So in the Greek church, there is a very big holiday. It's on January 6th. Many of you know of it as Epiphany. We said that it was the day that Jesus was baptized. So we get holy water from the church. We go through the whole place. Now, my mom used to do it this way. My mom would light frankincense in a little bowl, the little resin. We'd have it on like a little match, and we'd strike all these matches so it all light up. And then she'd close the lid, and the smoke came. She would do the sign of the cross in the room. I got to do the holy water, which I always liked, splishing around, right? And and the cool thing is that she would say this. She would say, bless the bathroom so nobody slips and falls. Bless the kitchen so we always had food on the table. Bless the dining room table so everybody is welcomed for a meal. Bless the living room so we always have this. It was always a blessing. And then when I got older and I started driving, she's like, bless the car. And then she would bless me, and she'd like bless the water on me. And it is, again, it's the intention. But in a proper Greek home, you would always go to the icons of the saints or Virgin Mary, baby Jesus, all that stuff. You'd bless those first, and then you go around the house. So now another way. Now here's about energy going out. Let me know if you do this, Pasquale. You can take sea salt and you put it in front of your doorstep, and you go from the left to the right, and then you leave it there, put a doormat over it, and when people walk into your home, or even if you walk into your home, you live all your schmutz outside. So you're walking into clean energy. So that's another way of clearing energy. And I love this talk about smudging and clearing. Now, I'm just
So
gonna, yes, go ahead.
I will tell you. So I do something very similar with sea salt. But what I do is you start at the front door, and I actually go around the entire house
Nice. Very
just
nice.
to kind of lock in that positive energy and keep your like everything vibrant and
Right.
moving.
And another way, guys, is if you want to, like sometimes you might be like, oh, I want to protect my house because the neighborhood is scary or whatever it is. Wear a toga when you do this. Wear a large toga and a headdress. Put some fruit on you or whatever, and then do it. That would scare the whole neighborhood. I don't think anybody would bother you. Sorry,
That
guys.
would work. It would
I
totally
just had
work.
to. I had to. Okay, so let's see. People are saying stuff, so let's see. Yes, Lori, singing bowls, love it. Justin, hello, thank you for being on here. Yes,
Singing bowls are
singing bowls.
amazing.
Hit the reset button. Exactly, Donnie. Yes, yes, yes. I will check out the smudge spray. Great, excellent. What about megahertz? The difference frequency with sound. That would kind of be on the same line of sound bowls. If you wanted to do like, wouldn't you say, Pasquale, like a tuning fork or any of that kind of thing? That would
I
work
think
as well.
and he might be referring to the solfeggio frequencies, right?
Hmm,
The vibrational frequencies, the different levels. And that would work if you play it in your home and you just play it loud enough that it vibrates throughout the home. Just pick the frequency that's appropriate for your house.
excellent. I've done it with kosher salt water spray with sage and feather and a bowl of water in the center of the room. When I was done, I took the bowl of water and threw it out the back door. Sure.
Yes.
Excellent. I do the spray at my school and it smells good. That's awesome, Trish. That's awesome. Dun, dun,
The
dun,
sprays are
dun,
pretty
dun.
amazing, easy, simple, and they work.
And Priscilla's being kind. Thank you, Priscilla. Um, we got a whole new batch of spray bottles and the little spritzers. So we're all good to make new sprays again. Thank you. Thank you. Candles, unfortunately, have not come in yet. And I might stop candles for a while until they can't find. So this is my candle. They can't find the lid. And my candles are manifesting candles. And the cool thing about it is for each candle, there's a mantra inside. So I'm in harmony with the divine. And I'm going to be making bath salts, guys. So we'll talk about that later. Okay. Anyway, and bath salts is a great way of clearing your own personal self energy. And here's the thing, too, guys. I'm going to back up a little bit. You can smudge yourself. You can take, because you use and I use Palo Santo stick. You want to show them what it is?
Sure. Super easy. It's actually my favorite smudge tool is the Palo Santo stick. Burns fairly easy, and then you do yourself. Oh, you can't really see.
Just don't burn the hair on your arm. Yeah. But if you guys notice, Pasquale lit it till it got ambery. And that's the important thing. And what I like to do is you can continue with the. Then I got smart, Pasquale. I used to bring a candle with me. And I would take the candle and go, and then go ahead and then come back. Yeah, see, exactly. Exactly. Super smart. Um, Yes, music using the proper megahertz could work to cleanse. Awesome. Megan says, ooh, I like the salt on the doormat suggestion. Very good. That's so exciting. Thank you both. Martin, you're welcome, welcome, welcome.
You're welcome.
Act crazy. Nobody will bother you. That's so true. I have a funny story about that. So many of you are too old to remember her. I mean, too young to remember her. Those of us that are older remember her. Carol Burnett said one time somebody was following her down the down an alley and she was really nervous. So she turned around, she's like, I don't know what's going on. And, blah, blah, blah. And she just acted like a crazy person and they left. I thought I'd just bring that up. Okay. Lori, yes. my dear. Yes, she says right. Lori says yes. Excellent. Okay, where am I going? Dee, 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 dee. Can we use music to change the vibration?
100% yes. As a matter of fact, I will tell you one of the things that I love to prescribe to people that I'm working with is music. It's an instant vibrate, like it just instantly brings your vibration higher, activates fire, starts to get you moving. So I always tell people listen to music that's like uplifting, dancey, something sing alongy. I typically tell people to shy away from Metallica or anything like really heavy
Yeah,
because that'll just change that energy the other way. But
yeah.
music is amazing.
Now, Pasquale, here's a question because when we were able to do face-to-face clients, did you ever smudge your clients?
I have smudged my clients, and what I typically do is I'll do the room that I'm in, and then I'll typically do them as well.
Okay. I'm going to just turn this off for a second. So hang on one. Unmute my. There we go.
There you are.
So I will use feathers to, and then I use a. Where is it? I will use. Here we go again. Right. So sorry. I should have been more prepared with this. Okay. I will also use an albacore shell. And then I will take the Palo Santo stick and I hold it. And then I will then smudge this way. And I will use the stick to actually fling schmutz off of a person. And this is a really good smudging fan, guys. Super, super cool.
I love it. I'm a little jealous. I only have one feather.
Oh, but it's a nice feather. You have a nice feather.
you know,
Go ahead.
you know what I love to do with the bowl is I've personally you can buy sage, right, in a pack. And typically like a lot of people like to use that. I've had a bad experience with it when I was younger. I had used it, lit it, and then went through my out my house and then started to burn a little bit of the carpet. Wasn't a happy day in my house growing up when that happened.
I'm
So
sure.
what I've learned though is to if you take apart that actual sage bundle and you put it inside of your bowl,
Yeah.
you light it, it's so much cleaner and so much easier.
Now you guys can mix stuff. Like so on the retreats that I have, what we'll do is we'll always clear the room's energy of whatever main room we're in, and sometimes we'll also do the housing centers, and they're pretty good with that because we've always asked them first. But we'll take lavender, we'll take cedar, and we'll take sage, and then we'll mix that together and go around. Now I also like copal, which is a
Oh,
nice
nice.
resin. It's a very clean resin. For me personally, this is just me personally, I don't like the smell of sage. I like it for cooking, but I do not like it for. I'm just going to be honest, guys. To me, it smells like burnt socks or pot. That's what
Yeah,
it smells like to me, and I just don't like the smell. I'm very scent sensitive. Okay, let's see what everybody's saying. I need to. Yes, my Spudget spray is coming out again. Thank goodness for the new bottles coming through.
I'm gonna need to get a bottle.
I will send you a bottle. Um, thank you. Thank you. Yes, you can. Megan, I should send you some of my bath salts, Elias. I would love you to try them and get your feedback. I would like that very much, Megan. I didn't know you make that. Hi, Carol. Good to see you. Carol said putting the intention of colors out as well. Yes,
100%.
yes. Use feathers to spread. Yes, to move the energy around. So true. Um, Love her, yes. Oh, Carol Burnett, yeah, and Lee Subal. They were, yep, they sure were. Uh, Dan Geist, hi, Dan. Good to see you, Dan. Now, Dan is also from the Psychic Squares. We did the John Holland mediumship program together.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay. Abalone, yes, or abalone, or obalone. Let's see. Um, Thank you. I'm like Pasquale, one feather. No worries. So would you say you're a schmutz slinger? Yes, Dan. And Dan has a show. You can see Dan's show. And Dan does a lot of cool things too, Dan. Um, okay. Pasquale, did you always feel drawn to more the mystic side of life? I mean, working in corporate America to this kind of business, a big leap. Great question.
That's a fantastic question. I have always been drawn to the spiritual mystic side of life. I find that I was using it in my corporate life. So it was part of what I had done. I was being spiritual in my corporate job. But I'm 100% drawn to it.
Awesome. Awesome. Aloha. So my friend David is coming back from Hawaii. So
Hey, David.
and Lisa, hi Lisa. Good to see you, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
Um, and I've used lemongrass instead of sage. That's smart. I like lemongrass a lot. I keep seeing her wear that Gone with the Wind curtains. I know, me too.
Mm.
Alan Jane says thank you, Priscilla. Okay, so what other questions do you guys have about smudging or clearing or moving energy? Because that's what we're doing. We're moving, clearing, and I like to call it shifting. We're shifting the energy into a, like we said, a neutral, I hate to use the word cleaner, but in a neutral way. And you're a new smudger. I was under the impression could only, oh no, honey. Deb, you go ahead, Pasquale. You can take that
Yeah,
one.
Deb, you can use anything. You could use lemongrass, you could use sage, you could use Palo Santo, you can use different types of sprays. Again, it's about the intention. The scent helps, and it kind of sets your tone, right? So like when you have that scent, you know that's where you're going into. But you really could use anything when you're smudging.
And now, I was trained in Peruvian shamanism, and there's something called agua de Florida, so Florida water. And the way that the shamanic practitioners will do that is they blow a prayer inside this bottle, and they'll actually take a sip of it. They won't like swallow, of course. They'll take a sip and they put it right here at the bottom, and they'll spit it out. So the prayer goes into the bottle, and they'll spritz with their mouth, and they'll clear the energy that way. And
Oh,
that's,
really?
yeah, oh yeah. Let me just tell you, one time we were doing cutting cords at a retreat, and people would shout out a word in the fire, like something that was stuck. And for me, when I did it when I was a student in it, I let go of the word not good enough. And I screamed that onto the fire. And she took her feather and she cut that energetic cord, moved the energy into the fire. And then at the same time, she spritzed this stuff. And it was so cool. So when it was my turn I got my own program together, blah, blah, blah. Let me just tell you, we had about 30 people on that retreat. And I was the only one that was doing most of the spritzing. My bottom lip went numb
Oh,
because it,
wow.
it has it has alcohol in it, like almost like a rubbing alcohol kind of thing, plus a bunch of other different smells to it. Fascinating, but it clears the energy like that. It's phenomenal. Um, never get um, Never get Florida water from New York. If you're going to get it, it should say Peru on there. And I'm going to plug them. Shamansmarket.com. They will sell the Florida water. Okay, let's see. I like to use tuning forks. Excellent, Lisa. That's really
I
good.
love tuning
That's
forks.
good. Um, Deb, you're welcome. COVID safe, meaning what, Donnie? COVID safe. I'm sorry, I didn't see that. If you want to ask, I have a question, and I'm always dealing with insomnia. Is there a shifting of energy that I could do in the evenings before bedtime? You want to go ahead with that one?
Yes. So, I would tell you the first thing that you should do before bed is just to ground your energy. Literally just sit, put your feet on the ground and just feel the earth do what it does best, which is just take your energy and disperse it and remove that energy. That is probably the number one way to just let that energy go so that you can move into really a good night's sleep.
And if you actually, now that it's getting better weather, if you wanted to, you could take your shoes and socks off and earth yourself. Go into the grass and actually feel it and just ask Mother Earth to take it. You can also go to a tree, go hug a tree, and that's the tree's job, is
Yeah.
to mulch that energy, and Mother Earth will take that from you. Now another way, if you don't want to do that, or it's late at night and you're like, it's midnight, I'm going to go hug a tree, you could take a couple drops of lavender oil if you're not allergic, a couple drops of lavender oil on a Kleenex, put it in between the pillowcase, and this way you are just smelling that, just one or two drops. You don't want to just a couple. Okay. Hi, Mikey. Greetings from Chicago. Good to see you. Great question. Yes. Sharon. Yes. Elias spritzed on me. Yes, I have.
I need to
I have.
learn this spritzing.
I will show you the spritzy in a second. Let's go to Peru. We could. What do you do if you're slinging schmutz and it gets on your furniture and you have a schmutz stain? Would spritz it? Would you spritz it? You're funny, Dan. And Dan is the jokester in the group. He was always so much fun in our class. So, Dan, you know the answer to this, mister. Would smudging help remove bad feelings, memories in a specific room?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. How often do you smudge your home? Ruth, great question. So let's say you have an argument. Smudge your home. Let's say you're just something doesn't feel right. Smudge your home. Let's say you're good, and it just feels good. You'll know when to smudge it. You really will. What you're doing is you are doing a blessing for your home. That's truly what it is. Would you agree, Pasquale?
100%. I would even say, like, if you're having a bad day, smudge your home. Like, it just get that energy to change. It's about shifting the energy. It's about moving it, getting it to be different. So I would do it as often as you feel that you're needing, wanting to do it.
Right. Excellent. Hello, Donna. Good to see you. Megan, that's a surefire way of appearing crazy to the neighbors so they leave you alone. Hugging a tree in the middle of the night. Yes, that is. That's a good one, right? Yeah. There she is. There's Megan hugging that tree again. Is she having an affair with it? She's having an affair with the maple, you know. Or if you date a crappy guy, smudge your home and car. You can do that. Yes. Hi,
100%.
Hi, Jennifer. Just brought a fixer upper. Plan to do something. Any recommendations are welcome. Burn sage, Palo Santo, lemongrass, lavender, lemongrass, any good intentional words to clear your respect the gentleman who passed in the house. Oh my God, that's a great question, Jennifer. We've been talking about Palo Santo just because Pasquale and I like using it. Uh, what scent goes well with you? Would you agree, Pasquale? You have to feel it. Yeah,
100%.
yeah. And, you know, the words have to come from your heart. This is where you do this from. It has to come from your heart. So you have to, I shouldn't say have to. Let me correct myself. A suggestion would be that you come from here and just say a prayer for him and thank him and thank you for for this beautiful home that you've created, and thank you for whatever you do, and then you move through that. So, um, let's see. Megan's laughing. Megan's laughing. Also mentioned grounding as space during smudging. Grounding space. Grounding space. Yes. 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 Okay. So, Lisa, I joined late, so you might have covered this. When you smudge to move out bad energy, do you open a door or window so it leaves? You know, you can. Yes. I mean, even if it's winter, I'll crack the window open just a little bit. But also, I have where I haven't, and I have felt a shift. I think it's really up to what feels right for the person. What do you think, Pasquale?
I agree. I don't always open my windows. Sometimes I just leave them closed and I just smudge. But I will say, I think that when you're really doing like a good cleaning of like the energy, I would open up windows and doors. it's always good to change the energy and the air in the home, right? Like, so
Oh
just
yeah,
creates kind of that breathing.
totally, totally. What is I'm thinking of this question here. What is something that you have felt like stuck energy and you had to re-smudge? Have you ever felt like, or you're in a room and you have to do it more and more?
Yeah, I will tell you, for me, one of the big things is whenever I have visitors and they stay, so like they're here for a little while
Mm,
and then they go back home, I will typically feel their energy where they slept in that room and kind of where they were regularly being or hanging out, and I super smudge that area
yeah.
just to get them to kind of move on, let
Yes.
the energy flow.
And and Lisa, are you okay with me sharing something? Just I'm just gonna share what, about us. I just want to make sure you're okay with that. Uh, oh yeah, the new moon. Yes, yes, yes. Always great to do an intention and do something for the new moon. Also good. Um, and there is Pasquale's thing. Oh, okay, good. I just wanted
Thanks,
to make
Priscilla.
sure. So Lisa, guys, is also part of our group, our spiritual business coaching class with Dougal Fraser. So Lisa is also a great practitioner as well. Um, Julie says, we had a spirit in our home when we moved in many years ago. I just told him we would love his house and it was okay to leave. I've not heard or seen him since. So interesting. I'm just going to speak about this for a moment. I'd love to hear your viewpoint, Pasquale. So John Holland has said a few things. He said sometimes it's not per se the person being in the home, it's the memory and that energy, that imprint of that person being in the home, because they're buzzing around doing their thing. They got a lot of stuff to do once they cross over, because they help their family, they help their friends. If it's a stuck spirit, that's a whole different story. But you know John has said that sometimes it's that imprint of that emotional piece that is felt in the home, if that makes sense. Julie, just something to think about. You're welcome. I'm one of Elias's admins. I'm not a crazy stalker. You're funny. Yes, residue shall enter the place on the loop. Yeah, very good. Very good. I'm so proud of you, Megan. And there's that cute little baby of yours. She's so cute. Just love her. And here, guys, I wanted to show another thing. These are called tinctures. This is also good. Oops, let me get over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, love doing this. And those are really cool to use as well to move energy. Okay, here we are. Dun, 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 dun. I prefer Palo Santo over Sage. I thank the gentleman for taking care of the house and that you hope he had good memories. You are now making the house your home and making your own memories. Excellent, Michelle. Yes, yes, yes. I couldn't agree with you more. You're welcome. So, what do you think? You want to do a couple readings? Is there anything you want to talk more about smudging, clearing? Up to you. Let me ask, does anybody have any more questions about smudging and clearing? More than happy to answer them. Um, and again, like we said, it's really about the intention. Make the moment, make the experience almost like a ceremony, a personal ceremony. Be mindful, be grateful, be grounded, and take your time to do what you need to do. And as long as it comes from your heart, guys, you can't go wrong. You really can't.
It's 100% the truth.
My son and brother saw him in our back bedroom. I only heard him. Interesting. Fascinating. He's probably checking out who's these people coming to the house. So excellent. Um, Learned a lot of great information. I'm new at this. Excellent, Shelley. And again,
Awesome.
I love helping people that are new to this and looking forward to really blending non-traditional with traditional and bridging that gap. It's really important. And I believe, from what I've heard from Pasquale and what I've talked to him, he does a great job doing that as well. So I just want to tell you that, my friend.
Thank
Um,
you.
do you go ahead? I'm sorry.
Well, I was just gonna say, one of the things that I'm a big believer in is that you can learn something, right? But you have to adapt it to you, to the way you live and your energy, right? So we talk about how we smudge or what we do to smudge, but really it's about taking that intention and that skill and just combining it and making it yours, making
Right.
it about you.
I couldn't agree with you more. Exactly. Robin has a great question. Do you smudge new crystals or new cards?
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. And
And
how
I
do you,
actually smudge in between sessions too.
yes. And I have done that too. And sometimes when I don't have, like if I have these cards here and it's been a really rough day for maybe myself or maybe for the person that I just read, what I'll do is, if I'm doing a thing online, you guys might see me, and I haven't really done it, but you might see me do this. Hang on, I'm going to pick a card for everybody real quick. It's not happening. Oh, there it is. Okay. Wow. This is so fascinating. It's actually um, two cards that popped out. I love when this happens.
Oh,
So what I'll do is I'll do it now. So here's things for both for everybody. Okay, two cards. Emotions are running high. So just know that we just had that big full moon, that super moon, the pink moon, at the end of the month last month. And Pluto is in retrograde, which means that things are coming up that are to look at, like old wounds, old things to look at. And look at this card. It's time to release negativity.
negativity.
And
Nice.
so then what I'll do is I'll shuffle. Let's say it felt heavy. And then I'll just do this and then clear the energy that way. It's like a prayer. Breath is energy. So if I
Yeah.
say in my intention is to clear the energy, and then I do that. So there you have it. Let's see. I have absolutely not focused on clearing energy in my home or myself, so I needed this reminder that these practices are very important. Awesome. Do you have a recommendation on how often you should cleanse, or just based on how you feel, your space feels that tells the time? We kind of answered this. Yes, yes. Would you agree? It's when you feel it.
100%.
Yeah, yeah. Yep, so true. I love them. Oh, cool, Lisa. And Lisa, that's a great picture. It really is. Um, when using your intention, you cultivate your spiritual attention to the practice of the smudging. Hence, the more personal equals, the more powerful the summary. Very true, Dan. Look at you. You so smart. Um, also, I tap on. Oh, yeah, that's great
To clear
too.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I do.
New to crystals, given two for clarity. How am I intended to use them? Jan, so first of all, I would need to know, and Pasquale would need to know, what crystals are they? And have you cleaned the energy of the crystals? Because if I hold them, it's going to have my energy on them. I give them to you, and it's best to smudge them now or clear them. Now, the way that I do it, everybody does it differently. The way that I do it is I will put it either in the sun for 24 hours to clear it, or I will get you can get like a little bowl like this size, let's say, small bowl, and fill it up with sea salt, and then stick the crystals in there, or put the crystals in and then fill it up with sea salt. Leave it for 24 hours. Pull the crystals out. Really important to pull the crystals out, and then flush the sea salt down the toilet. That's how I do it. Two ways. They were gifted to me. Okay, excellent.
I would tell you if they were gifted to you, you should 100% use some type of smudge to clear the energy on those crystals. So,
Mm-hmm.
really just clear the energy of them, hold them, clear them. I would then bring them outside for a good 2, 3 hours, let them get into some of that sunlight to charge it, and then set your attention for those crystals.
Excellent. Um, okay. Let's see. Okay. So do you know, you don't know which ones they were, but they told you it was for clarity. Okay.
What color are they?
Oh, that's smart. Yeah. You recently pulled the emotion. You recently pulled that emotions are running high card on another live. Very interesting. Yeah, because it's still part of that. It's still part of that. Oops. See, this is what happens with StreamYard, just so you know, Pascal. Sometimes you don't get all the comments, so I have to scroll back, scroll up, scroll down. It just happens. So if I missed you guys, I'm so sorry. Susan Fuller. Also, Susan Fuller has been a guest on my live, so thank you so much, Susan.
Hey,
And
Susan.
Susan actually studied her mediumship training overseas. She did it at the Arthur Finley
Oh,
place.
fantastic.
Yeah, yeah. So she has she's an amazing woman, very talented. My friend, just love you. Wonderful, thanks. You're welcome. One is white, opulent, smooth in texture, and one is black, purple, and rough in texture. I'm going to suggest this. There's a book called The Crystal Bible, and I like it because it's a picture book. And so it has pictures of all the crystals. She has actually book 1, 2, and 3. But I think there's one that's like a combination of all of them. But I would just, look at it. It's a nice reference to have. It truly is. Some crystals are better charged in moonlight. This is true. Very true.
Very true.
Um, okay. How about this? How are you doing, by the way? I want to be aware of your time. Are you good to go for a little bit longer?
I'm good to go.
Okay, awesome. Okay. Let's see. What kind of a reading do you want to do? Or does anybody else have any other questions about anything? Charging, clearing, smudging, coffee cake recipes, I don't know, whatever you guys want.
Coffee cake recipes are good.
They are good. They are good. Um, okay, let's do this. I'm going to scroll all the way up and I'm going to scroll all the way down. Okay, what I'm going to do is, are you up for a reading or two or a couple?
Sure.
Okay,
I'll
I'm
let
going
you
to
take the
just,
lead.
okay, I'm just going to close my eyes. This is how I do. I close my eyes, I scroll, and then I stop and I click on somebody. Okay. Hi, Karen. Are you open for a reading? I'm going to scroll down. And two things. Are you open for a reading? And do you want to be on the live with us? That's all I know. Because this is what I've been doing, Pasquale, for the past few times. If I'm doing a mediumship reading, I like to bring the person on with me if I identify that it's them. Annette, hi from Jamaica. Awesome. Thank you for
Hey,
joining.
Annette.
And like Priscilla said, readings will be done at random this evening. Andrea, so good to see you, my friend. So good to see you. Um, okay. So, Karen, are you still on? Karen might not be on. Uh, Jennifer, just call me, girl. Call me, and I'd be more than happy. We could do a Zoom and do a StreamYard practice thing. I'm more than willing to help. Okay. Love you. Hey, is there something going on that needs attention from me? Asking reading wise. Okay, I will let you know. Okay, I think Kieran left. So, but let me just make sure. Oh, okay, here's a question. Pasquale, any funny stories when working with a client?
There are so many funny stories. Um, I don't even know where to go with that one. So I work. I'm thinking now. I've had just some clients who, when they're coming in and I've worked with a couple on manifestation, and we were talking through manifestation and how to manifest and what to step into to get that manifestation. And we were setting the goal and we were setting it, and she was visioning it and she was seeing it. And um we continued on, and then the next session I was like, so what's been happening? Have you seen things boil? And she's like, no, this things haven't been manifesting at all. Nothing's going on. And I'm like, how can nothing be going on? I could feel the energy of the manifestation kind of taking hold. And she's like, well, and I should step back. During the manifestation, it was about money for a trip that she wanted to take. And she's like, well, nothing really happened with money, but I did get my tax return. It was more than I expected. And I was like, that's totally manifestation. You 100% did it. We just had to, kind of see where that went, and kind of opened her eyes to it and allowed her to accept it.
And that's fun. That is fun when things like shift in a way that you make the realization and the client's like, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because I've been in that seat myself where I've gone to somebody and they're like, but Elias, I'm like, oh yes, hi. Okay, yeah, got it. Gabriella says this is a fun twist to our normal Saturday nights. Thank you both. You're welcome. You're welcome. Beautiful picture, by the way, Gabriella. Very nice.
Oh,
Okay. So Karen left. Let's just do this. Dun 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 dun. Let your fingers do the walking and stop. Okay. Oops. And of course, people are texting me at the same time. Okay. Oh, she left. Hang on. Ding, 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 dun, 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 dun. And okay, here we go. It's right in the middle, guys. So how about this? We do these two people. Okay. It's right. It stopped right in the middle. Okay. So I know her. So this might be great for you to give her a quick read. Susan Fuller. And I think she asked a question down here. And the other person is Jan. So you know what? Yeah. Okay. Susan and Jan. Okay. So let's see. Can I say thank you to you both for your generous sharing of such wisdom? Martin, anytime. And remember, Martin, I know it's late in Ireland, and I'm so glad that you joined us. Thank you, thank you.
thanks, Martin.
Okay, thank you, Sharon. Guys, can we just do something really quick? This sounds really, really crazy. But can everybody just close your eyes for a moment? And I want you to focus on, let's see, oh, I guess, yeah, see, she left, so I can't get the picture. Okay, just focus on the name Karen. And I want everyone to just focus on Karen, see divine golden light surrounding her, her energy. Send it to her back, send it to her arms, send it to her legs, send it to her heart. And just imagine, for those of you that like, you can also imagine and ask for Archangel Raphael to help give her healing. And just imagine Karen being calmer, smoother, and then also do this. And then also ask Archangel Raphael to be with all of you. Because when we give, we also should receive. Thanks, everybody. Oh, wait, let me do this officially. Okay. There we go. You never know on my show here. You never know. Okay. So go ahead. I'm sorry. You were going to talk to Susan.
There's something going on that needs my attention from me. So, Susan, I'm going to ask. It feels like there's some energy that needs to be moved or hasn't been moved. It feels like it's like there with you right now, and that you need to step into more of your joy, like where your the joy of you, right? Like who you want to be, and that excitement in life. Um, and it may be that right now also you're spending some time learning. It feels like you're grasping some new things or learning some new things that you're trying to. It's with that energy, right? You're kind of stuck there, and we need to get it to shift a little bit.
Does that make sense? I hope it does. Just let us know. And you know what? I have read for her before, so if you want to, go ahead for Jan.
Oh, Jan. Okay. Green Bay, huh? So, Jan, um, right now it feels like there's a relation, something with the relationship currently happening, where there's a challenge within the relationship. And I think it's about kind of moving that challenge into stepping into some more light, finding like that excitement and that joy within yourself. And perhaps even going into um, more of like a routine, kind of building a spiritual practice for yourself to be able to get that energy lifted so that we can step into that relationship.
I hope that makes sense. Let's see. Born and raised.
Love it.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you for doing that for Karen. Of course. Of course. And guys, that's for everybody that needed healing. Anybody that needed healing, please know to take that for yourself as well. Jan says right on. Great. Okay. I'm going to go dun, 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 not looking and stopping. Okay. Penny, are you still here? Penny Richmond. We'll do a couple more. Okay. Are you okay with that?
Sure, sure. You want to go first on this one?
Yeah. Oh, Karen says thank you. You're welcome, Sharon. Thank you. You're welcome, Susan. And Jan says thank you. Penny, are you still here? Oh, hi, Penny. Good. So, Penny, what I get from you is, and this is really interesting. What I get from you is, I got to look at your picture again. So sorry. What I get from you is movement. So we've been talking about this all evening. It's about movement, and see where you possibly, I'm going to say possibly, where you stop self, where you will just say like, no, I can't, or I shouldn't. And, you know, they're showing like it's this push pull with you. So what they're saying is have the faith, take the leap of faith, and no matter what happens, this has brought you to the next level, whatever that is. So they're saying that what this does is build within the self-confidence piece within you. So, and they're showing me something else. It's movement, but I'm wondering if the movement is also a move, either career move or actual physical move. Let me know if that makes sense. Are you getting anything from Penny?
So it feels to me like Penny has made, she's kind of stepped into some new healthy choices in her life. She's really kind of stepped into who she is, and she's beginning to listen to her intuition, and that intuition is beginning to guide her because of that energy and that movement, like you talked about. And I feel that that energy is moving in that way, and she is truly connecting.
You have lovely energy, my dear. I know I tell a lot of people that, but I tell them to remind them of their great energy.
Yeah.
I hope that helps. I hope that helps. Okay. Hey, Colleen. Good to see you. Good to see you. Colleen, sorry. I always do that. Colleen or Colleen? From our, well, I have to ask first. Thank you both so much. Nothing like yours. You say that to all the girls. Thanks, David. Thank you. Okay. Colleen, can I tell everybody how we know you? I just always like to ask because I don't like to like. Bah, bah, bah. Okay, I'll wait. You both have such beautiful smiles on energy. Thank you. It's the
Thanks,
Mediterranean.
Robin.
It's the Mediterranean.
It's 100%.
So, Colleen is also in our program with Dougal Fraser. So, guys, I have met some amazing people in this program, and I can't wait. I invited all of them to come on the lives because what I want to do for everyone is bring you people that come from the heart, that really have that integrity, really have the passion for the work, like Pasquale does. And do you have anything coming up, by the way? Any program or anything that's online that you're doing that you want to tell people about?
Right now, the biggest thing that I have happening is I have a Sedona experience happening next week, Thursday and Friday. So it'll be a action-packed couple of days. I'm partnering with a local psychologist as well as a local shaman, and the three of us are putting together just an overall spiritual experience for them.
Awesome. Now, is there still room or is it all booked?
There are, as of last night, there is still 2 spots left.
Okay, so where would they go if they wanted to sign up?
You can go to my website in the events section, or you can go to the link tree. Thank you, Priscilla. And it's right there.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, let's do one more. How does that sound?
Perfect.
Okay. Uh, with Shaman Rogelio and Sedona?
No, her name is Nikki Gonzalez. She works with me over here in Cave Creek.
There you go. Cave Creek, Emmy. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, let me get to the beginning here. And oh, wow, it took off some of the what's it called? The comments. See, what's going on with StreamYard? Okay, ready? And dun 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 dun. Let your fingers do the walking. Let me in that look. And stop. Diane Santucci, how would you like a reading from both of us, my friend? Now, Diane Pasquale, she's been on my live before. She does all her intuitive messages by hand. It just comes
Oh,
through her
wow.
through writing. Yeah, she gets the most through writing. So,
Through
thank you,
automatic writing?
Ish. Um, thank you, Pasquale. I love Cave Creek. Awesome.
Oh, thanks, Em.
Diane, sounds good. Okay, I'd appreciate it. Awesome. Are you seeing these comments? I'm driving down the road. I go to open YouTube and there's my friend Elias. I love you. Hi, Tracy. Tracy also has been on my live. Mwah. You look great in that picture, Sister Sledge. You look really good. The intuitive writing is pretty incredible. It is. She is just phenomenal at it. Okay, let's read Diane. Do you want to go first this time?
Sure.
Okay.
So it feels like with Diane, a lot of things are starting to fall into place and things are starting to really just become synchronistic in the movement. Like everything is kind of falling into place with that. And along with that, there's this energy of like teaching, this energy of the spiritual growth that is along the lines of that. The thing that I keep hearing is that in all the work that you do, are you like, are you self-caring yourself? Are you going out and doing things that you love for Diane? Really spending some time, really just loving life and living it.
And I have Priscilla put up the your website up here
Priscilla is
again.
amazing. Thanks, Priscilla.
She's good. She's on it. So Diane, what I heard while Pasquale was talking was, that's why I was looking down because I was seeing it, was do it, own it, be it. And this is the time for you, as he was saying, to step up and over the limiting beliefs that you have in this other business, and just like it is time to go big, they're saying. You, my friend, are so talented. You are so talented in all that you do. And I can't wait to have a spotlight on you again. So please know that what they're saying is take some of your writings and see where it's going to lead you. I hope that helps.
I love
Um,
that.
so I wanted to mention you guys also tomorrow, which is Sunday. During the springtime, I did take a little bit of a breather from all the Pasquale. I was doing guided meditations Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
Oh,
and then
wow.
Wednesday night and Sunday night on live. So so now I'm doing it on Wednesdays and Sundays. So tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Also, guys, I am doing a Mother's Day special. So empowerment coaching is 25% off. The intuitive um, tutoring program that I'm doing once a week with me for 3 months, that's 25% off. And then I'm also doing individual readings for 25% off. It's a Mother's Day special, and that is through the 10th. And there might be something else happening with that, and I'll announce that on the 10th. Diane says, you're both absolutely right. Thank you so very much. Um,
Thanks, Diane.
okay, let's see. And thank you, Priscilla, so much. Also, I want to tell you guys what's coming up. Now, next Wednesday, we have another person from our class, Fiona
Woo!
Fiona Grant, next Wednesday. Now, that's going to be at 12 noon. 12 noon Central Time. Always, you guys can always go to the business page and see the video replay. She and I are going to talk about angels. And then that night at 7 p.m., so you guys are getting a double whammy. That night at 7 p.m. Central Time, my friend Elena will be with us. And I think you guys met her. She is going to be doing face readings, how different parts of the face, it's
Oh,
part of Chinese medicine. And because I told her, I'm like, look at this. Look at these laugh lines. I'm like, why couldn't I just do this? Look at that. That's so different. And then maybe do one of these. And then I was like, oh, and she goes, you don't want to touch this. No fillers. These are your purpose lines. Who knew?
really?
Purpose lines. And then she said, because of the shape of my forehead, she said, this is about part of your whole um, shamanistic training, your whole intuitive piece. This is because of the way that you're born for this work. I'm like, yay. Okay. Yay. No more corporate. Yay. Um, Megan, let's talk, girl, because it's 25% off, girl. Let's talk. How interesting. Yeah, fascinating. So, Colleen, join it. Come join on Wednesday. Now, on the 15th, on the 15th, I may have a surprise guest on the 15th. I'm not telling anybody. Robin's really good at keeping me
Ooh.
shushing about it. So I'm going to, I might have a surprise guest. And then on the 19th, we have Karen Radin coming. And Karen Radin is talking about nurturing with nutrients. So she's a dietitian and a nutritionalist. So month of May is all about nurture. And then the last weekend on the 26th, I do have, do you remember Anne the astrologer, guys? She's coming back. So we're going to talk about nurturing through your houses, the 12 houses that you have. So we've got a lot. And thank you, Priscilla, for doing that. I appreciate that. And thank you, Priscilla, for doing that. I appreciate that. So we're all set. It's a full blown thing. Oh, and I also tell you, if anybody's local, I'm going to be at Peaceful River Creations on the 15th and then the 22nd from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock doing readings. I'm also going to do my first, because it's the first time since COVID, guys, I'm going to do my in-house, masks are required. We are going to do our in-house animal spirit guide workshop. And that's going to be, give me a second as I get really close. Look, left eye. I'm going to get really close to the thing. It's June 19th. And I will post that as well on the website. Priscilla doesn't know this yet. So that just happened like earlier today. So that's going to be, yes, Lori in Clinton, Iowa. Come on down. We'll see ya. You're getting so much better. Thank you, Robin. And it's because of you. It's because of you. Because let me tell you, Pasquale, do you have Italian guilt? Is it like Greek
Every
guilds?
day.
Yeah. So
Yes.
good. Yeah. It's the dish that always keeps on serving. So between Catholic, Jewish, and Greek, and Robin just has to look at me, and I'm like, all right, Robin, I'm sorry. I'll keep my mouth shut. Um, I think you two need it to get it. Mm.
Oh, that could be a
Mm.
lot of fun,
That could be a
Diane.
lot of fun. That could be a lot of fun. I'll be there. Laura, you got to call if you want to do the animal spirit guide. They have a link. I've got to do the flyer. So tomorrow's more marketing. Um, uh, be ugh, be ugh, bug, be ugh. No, no. Yes, thank you. An intercollective workshop. For those of you that are part of the intercollective, you can join if you'd like. It's my private Facebook group, and you can join. We are doing an animal spirit guide workshop on the 23rd. Megan says, yes, I like the retreat idea. I've never been on one. My retreats are awesome,
Mm,
guys. They're really great. Yep, I get you. Okay. Autocorrect, no problem. Laura, you're cute. All right. So, guys, once again, Priscilla, can you put Pasquale's website up on there? And also, guys, there's 2 spots left. Oh, and thank you, Priscilla. Here's my monthly membership. That's everything that you guys get. So thank you, thank you.
fantastic.
I know. I'm busy. I am
I'm
busy.
excited for you. This is
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, and honestly, you'll hold on because we'll talk after. Um, Dun, 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 dun. So I'm going to just go up because I know it's up on here. I will look for it. Thank you, Robin. Again, I'm just seeing you're getting better at that. Here it is. And simple, easy. Thepeacefulsage.com. And if you go to the events, is that where it's located? Okay.
Correct.
Go to the events and you'll find it. And I'm so excited. Here's there's the link tree. And thank you both. You're welcome. I mean, thank you for watching,
Thank
Gabriella.
you.
Thank you. Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ. And I just said thank you very much in Greek. I will be in Disney for a week this next week, but I would love to do something with you one day. Yes, Colleen, let's do it in June. Let's do it in June. It'd be so much fun.
I was going to ask about Disney. I knew she was there.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Thank you both. Have a good evening. You too. You're welcome, Sharon, and sending
Thank you,
you
everybody.
much healing. Guys, Pasquale, I hope I'm so glad that you
This
did
is
it.
amazing.
It's so much fun to do these. It really is. Please, would you come back sometime?
100%.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay, guys, I'm going to end like I always do. Lindsay says thank you. Lindsay is also, I have 4 admins and they're volunteering. They're
Wow.
awesome. So I have Lindsay, I have Robin, I have Sarah May in the UK, but she's not on because it's late. And then also I have Priscilla, of course. So thank you guys. Lisa, I'd love to have you on as well. Guys, anybody that's from the class, please come and join. We have so much fun. I'm going to end like I always do. Guys, we are here because we come to connect. And when we connect, we educate one another. And when we educate one another, we grow. There's a beautiful saying in the Mapuche tribe of Chile. They say, your healing is my healing. So I want to thank you. We are here to create community. There's unity in community. From my heart to yours, Pasquale, thank you. Everyone else, thank you so much.
Thank
And for
you,
always
everybody.
supporting. From my heart to yours. Take care, everyone. Have a beautiful night.